Look, not all dates are created equal. Sometimes you go out there, you have a great time, you meet somebody special. But other times, you gotta watch out for the warning signs. And sometimes those red flags can be easy to overlook because you're hoping for the best. But trust me, ignoring them can lead to a whole heap of trouble down the line. Today, we're gonna talk about 5 red flags you should never ignore when dating. These are the things that should make you hit the brakes and really evaluate if this is the right person for you. Not all dates are created equal, and sometimes red flags can be easy to overlook. Here are 5 red flags you should never ignore when dating. Let's talk about negativity. You know the type. Every glass is half empty. They complain about the food, the service, the weather, you name it. It's like they're allergic to joy. Now, everybody's entitled to a bad day, right? But when someone's constantly negative, it's draining. It sucks the energy right out of you. And let me tell you something, that negativity, it's contagious. You spend enough time around that, it's gonna start seeping into your own life. And here's the thing, negativity is often a sign of deeper unhappiness. It's a red flag that this person might not be in a good place emotionally. And who wants to sign up for that? You deserve to be with someone who brings sunshine into your life, not storm clouds. This one's a deal breaker for me, and it should be for you too. How someone treats others, especially those in service positions, tells you everything you need to know about their character. If your date is rude to the waiter, talks down to the valet, or treats anyone with disrespect, run for the hills. This is a major red flag that they don't value or respect others. And let me tell you, that lack of respect will eventually be directed at you. It might start subtly, but it will escalate. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. If it's not there, you're building on shaky ground. Don't settle for someone who doesn't treat you and others with the respect you deserve. Chapter 3. Inconsistent communication. Hot and cold is not a game you want to play. So you meet someone, you have a great first date, and then crickets. You're left wondering what went wrong, replaying every moment in your head, trying to figure out if you said or did something to scare them off. They disappear for days, maybe even weeks, and then suddenly, they're back, acting like nothing happened. They might send a casual text or call you out of the blue, leaving you confused and unsure of where you stand. This, my friends, is what we call inconsistent communication, and it's a huge red flag, especially in the early stages of dating. It's a sign that the person may not be as invested in the relationship as you are. One day they're texting you constantly. The next day, it's radio silence. You're left on an emotional roller coaster, feeling elated one moment and dejected the next. They make plans and then cancel at the last minute. You might find yourself getting ready for a date, only to receive a last-minute text saying they can't make it. It's a roller coaster of confusion and frustration. You start to question your own worth and wonder if you're asking for too much. This kind of behavior can be a sign of deeper issues, like fear of commitment, or maybe they're juggling multiple partners. They might be keeping their options open, not wanting to settle down with just one person. Whatever the reason, it's not a recipe for a healthy, stable relationship. A relationship should be built on trust, consistency, and mutual respect. You deserve someone who's consistent, reliable, and communicative. Someone who makes you feel secure and valued, not someone who leaves you guessing. Don't waste your time on someone who can't even be bothered to send a simple text. Life is too short to be spent waiting around for someone who doesn't prioritize you. Focus on finding someone who is excited to be with you and shows it through their actions. Remember, you are worthy of love and respect. Don't settle for anything less. The right person will come along, and when they do, you'll know because they will make you feel cherished and appreciated every single day. So, take a step back, reevaluate what you want in a partner, and don't be afraid to walk away from someone who doesn't meet your standards. Your happiness and peace of mind are worth it. Stay true to yourself, and the right person will come into your life when the time is right. Until then, keep your head up and your heart open. Chapter 4. Overly invasive questions. Boundaries are your friend. It's normal to want to get to know someone you're dating, right? After all, dating is about discovering who the other person is, what they like, and what makes them tick. But there's a difference between healthy curiosity and being overly invasive. Healthy curiosity involves asking questions that help you understand the other person better without making them feel uncomfortable or pressured. If your date starts asking you deeply personal questions early on, questions that delve into your private life or past experiences, questions that make you uncomfortable, that's a red flag. It's important to recognize these signs early on to protect your emotional well-being. It shows a lack of boundaries and respect for your privacy. Respecting boundaries is crucial in any relationship, especially in the early stages of dating. For example, on a first or second date, if they're asking about your past relationships in detail, your finances, or other sensitive topics, that's a sign to proceed with caution. These topics are often too personal to discuss with someone you barely know. That's a sign to proceed with caution. It's okay to take a step back and evaluate whether this person respects your boundaries. Now, some people are just naturally curious, and that's fine. Curiosity can lead to meaningful conversations and deeper connections. But if their questions feel intrusive or make you feel pressured, it's important to recognize that and address it. Don't hesitate to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is a way to protect yourself and ensure that the relationship develops in a healthy manner. Remember, you have the right to share what you're comfortable sharing when you're comfortable sharing it. You are in control of your own story when you're comfortable sharing it. Take your time and don't feel rushed to reveal more than you're ready to. A respectful partner will understand and appreciate your need for boundaries. Building a relationship is a gradual process. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and patience. By setting boundaries, you're laying the foundation for a healthy and respectful relationship. So, the next time you're on a date and the conversation starts to feel too invasive, remember that it's okay to steer it back to a more comfortable place. Your comfort and well-being should always come first. Boundaries are your friend. They help you navigate the dating world with confidence and ensure that you build relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding. So embrace your boundaries, communicate them clearly, and enjoy the journey of getting to know someone new at your own pace. After all, a relationship built on respect and understanding is one that has the potential to grow and flourish. Chapter 5. Refusal to take responsibility. The blame game never ends well. Listen, we all make mistakes, right? It's an inevitable part of life. From the smallest slip-ups to the more significant errors, no one is immune to making mistakes. It's part of being human. Mistakes are how we learn and grow. They shape our experiences and teach us valuable lessons. But a person who refuses to take responsibility for their actions, who always blames others, is a major red flag. This behavior can be incredibly toxic in any relationship. Pay attention to how your date handles conflict or difficult situations. Do they approach problems with a sense of ownership, or do they deflect and point fingers? Do they own up to their mistakes? Taking responsibility is a sign of maturity and emotional intelligence. Or do they always find someone or something else to blame? This kind of behavior can erode trust and create a toxic environment. This is a sign of immaturity and a lack of accountability. It's important to recognize these traits early on. And trust me, that kind of behavior will only lead to problems down the road. It can cause resentment and ongoing conflict. In a healthy relationship, both partners are willing to take responsibility for their actions and work together to resolve conflicts. This mutual respect and accountability are the foundation of a strong partnership. If you notice a pattern of blame shifting, it's a sign that this person might not be ready for a mature, committed relationship. It's crucial to address these issues early on and communicate openly about your concerns. Healthy communication involves listening, understanding, and taking responsibility. It's about finding solutions together, not assigning blame. When both partners are accountable, it fosters a sense of trust and security. You know that you can rely on each other no matter what challenges arise. Reflect on your own behavior as well. Are you taking responsibility for your actions? Are you willing to admit when you're wrong? A relationship is a two-way street. Both partners need to be committed to growth and self-improvement. Celebrate the small victories and learn from the setbacks. It's all part of the journey towards a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Remember, the blame game never ends well. It's about building each other up, not tearing each other down. Choose to be with someone who values accountability and is willing to grow with you. Together, you can create a strong, lasting bond. The journey may not always be easy, but with mutual respect and responsibility, it will be worth it. So, next time you face a conflict, remember to take a step back, breathe, and approach it with a sense of responsibility and understanding. Together, you can overcome any obstacle and build a relationship that stands the test of time. Outro. Trust your gut. Dating can be tough, but remember, you have the power to choose who you let into your life. Don't ignore those red flags. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. You deserve to be with someone who respects you, values you, and brings joy into your life. Have you ever ignored a red flag that you later regretted? Share your experiences in the comments. We can learn from each other.